Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Hankinson, and today I'm going to be showing you how to utilize two different USB microphones within Adobe Audition. This is going to let you record on multiple tracks, which is going to be great for your upcoming podcast, especially if you're working with another individual. So quickly I'm going to show you, I have two different microphones plugged in. I have a smaller Samson mic and a much larger Yeti mic. So these are going to be two microphones I'm going to be utilizing within Adobe Audition. And first thing you're going to do is plug those into your computer. Afterwards, we're going to click this little icon up top here and then sign into our Adobe account. Once we've done that, we're going to open up Adobe Audition. So I've opened up mine already just to save some time. And then right next to where file is, you'll see where it says Adobe Audition. We're going to click on that. It's going to give us a drop-down menu. We're going to click on Preferences and then Audio Hardware. So once the Preferences panel opens, we're going to click on Settings. And we're going to, let me scroll this over here just a little bit. We're going to click on the little plus symbol down in the bottom left. And we're going to create an aggregate device. This is going to let us link up both of our microphones to this two separate tracks within the same session. Next thing we're going to do is rename our aggregate device. I'm going to name this one Multiple Mics. That'll help us reference that later on, you'll see. And then we're going to go over here to our under audio devices. We're going to look for both of our microphones. We're going to look for ones that are coming into the program. And there's going to be two for each one, as you can see, per mic. That's going to be the left side and the right side. So we're going to select on the Yeti. We're going to click on the Use option here, and the same thing with the Samson. And you can see under here, under Sub Devices, that both of our microphones are connected now. So we're going to close out of this. Going to click OK within the Preferences panel. And then we're going to actually close out of Adobe Audition. What this is going to do is make those changes that we just implemented. So we're reopening Adobe Audition now, and then once we're here, we're going to select on File, go to New. Actually, we're going to go back to Adobe Audition. I'm sorry about that. Go under Preferences and go back to Audio Hardware. We need to make sure that our default input is going to be those two microphones. So under Default Input, we're going to click on this down here and then select on Multiple Mics. And then click on OK. If you don't restart Adobe Audition, that option will not be within the default input, so that is the necessity of restarting Adobe Audition as well. So we'll click on OK once we've selected both of our microphones. And then now we're going to go to File, New, and Multi-Track Session. We're going to name our session. I'm just going to name it Test. Going to select the location to save it, and then click on OK. Alright, so what this did is open up our tracks here, and this is what we're going to record to. So right under our track 1, we're going to go to the default stereo input. Once it opens up the menu here, we're going to go down to stereo, and we're going to select one of our microphones. So let's select the top one, the Yeti microphone. And then we're going to do the same thing for track 2. So this is going to implement our other microphone, say for another individual who's working with us during the podcast. Again, default stereo input, stereo, and then this time we're going to select the Samson. As you can see, nothing's coming through yet. You'll see your audio levels within these little bars. To get that actually working and your audio into the track, we're going to need to select this little R button here. Hover over it, says Arm to Record, so it's going to arm it to record. And you can see once you select it that both of our microphones are now being input into the audio track there. So just to test it, this is also where you would select and change your audio here, for your levels. And this is also where you need to test your mics. So I'm going to kind of scoot them away from each other a little bit here. And I'm going to tap on the Samson mic to see if it's going to peak. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the Yeti mic. Yes, so they're both coming through. That's fantastic. And now we're going to start recording. So to start recording, it's going to be right down the bottom of this mixer panel. It's going to be the red circle there. And then you can record into both your microphones. You can have one person on one side, say of a table, one person on the other side, kind of like an interview style, or say you're both working together on something. So this would be a great way to edit these tracks as well, if you need to edit individual tracks. And we're going to stop recording. Go up to File once you are done editing. You can also hit spacebar, it'll get your marker to stop moving as well. Then we're going to click on File. Again, this is after you're done editing. Export, multi-track mixdown, and then the entire session. So if you need to rename your file, this is a great opportunity to do so. This is also, again, if you need to relocate where you're saving your file to. And then also we're going to select our format too. So I recommend using MP3 or WAV formats. Those ones are going to be very great and beneficial for uploading in the future. And afterwards we're just going to click OK and then just wait for our file to export. So that is how you use two different microphones within Adobe Audition. So thank you for watching.